Hello and welcome to the first race of week number 7 for the HRL Reach Throwback. Things are starting to heat up as we're getting pretty close to the end of the season. And again, every week being crucial for all these points. A lot of close battles throughout the field, especially the mid-pack points battles, pretty nuts. But we're lining up this race for Lime Rock. On your left, which would be pole, right is going to be second place. That's Cat, and then Hunter, left, right, Slaunch, Roman, Detail, Luke, Newt, Turkey, Opix, Soul, and Vulcan in the back doing the grenade throw, which might have already been cheesed in this one, so it's going to be a quick start. And, yep, we're going. But 33 laps. Oh, and I don't know what happened there, but some sort of bog cheese. And then Turkey and Vulcan, I don't know. I don't know. But some sort of bog cheese hit Roman and Luke really hard in that initial first turn. I'm not really sure how that happened. It happened in front of them. I don't really know what caused that or what went down there, but somebody was trolling. Maybe a group of people trolling, I don't know. But that was definitely odd. So something went down in the first lap, and then Turkey and Vulcan getting together. I don't really know what that was all about either. Oh, a big move from Cat there, by the way. Hunter actually got the lead from him, but Cat just had a great drive and potentially an important pass back there to take the lead back. So a big move already from Cat to take that lead back immediately. Don't waste any time. See if he can get away from Hunter. See if he can repeat what he did in the heat race. Get right back to it. Oh, heavy contact in the chicane for Slaunch on his own. Just hitting the rock. Oh, Soul hard conked. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. Soul's going to probably be taking a mulligan on this one. That's going to be a hard recovery for him. He's wishing there was cautions in these races. I'm not going to lie. This track actually would have been a good track to have caution restarts. Thoughts? Thoughts? I think that could have improved this race. I mean, this race is happening on the screen right now. Turkey making a nice move to get by Vulcan there. Looked like Roman is still stuck back here. Luke, Opix, and Detail having a bit of a bout. Nuke's trying to get by Hunter for second. And Cat is already working that lead down. Look at this battle here. Side by side. Make it work. Detail gets the big benefit out of that. He gets by both of them. Gets up into 5th place. Luke stays in front of Opix, but Opix not too far behind. So we're ripping into the cheesy shackin'. Oh, Slaunch. I thought he was going to cheese it a bit there. Oh, Roman getting cheesed at the end of it. Yeah, Slaunch running it pretty riskily, I think, with hitting that rock. But so far, so good. He hasn't completely conked himself yet, but he's definitely flirting with it. He's getting pretty close. And they are trying so hard. There's the bog. Could this be it? Hunter protecting the line. Not giving the daylight for Nuke. Keeping him behind. Slaunch trying to find an opening off of that. Not quite able to. And man, look at how checked out Cat is already. The most popular driver, showing why he wins that award season after season. And Turkey, I don't know. Something had to go, or he got cheesed. I don't know. He pulled off. The reason doesn't really matter, right? He pulled off. So Turkey's out of this one. Soul is going to be happy to see that because his race is pretty much chalked. So that's a position he'll get out of it, even though this will basically, probably just be a mulligan race for him anyways. He'll still be happy to see that. More big bogs for Hunter, but can they get to him in time? They cannot. Nuke maybe finding a little bit of daylight. We'll see how they approach it going into our first couple turns here. And Hunter does not seem to be getting the 95. You can tell he was losing a little bit, so now he's in defensive mode. He does still have a bit of space. Oh! so aggressive, and he doesn't get the bog that time. Hunter trying his hardest to protect this spot. The Nuke may finally have the pass complete. Just needs to hold him off one more time through the first sector of the track. And yeah, again, I think Hunter not finding the 95 there is what kind of what it looks like. Oh, getting cheesed. Oh! But forcing Slaunch to 50-50 the rock after it, and Slaunch is going to get double passed by Detail and Luke after that. That is unfortunate. Slaunch definitely not happy with that one. Could have been a good opportunity for him, and instead he ends up losing 2 spots. So, unfortunate there. And yeah, look at how far... Cat has a massive gap on second, so Nuke getting around Hunter at this point is nice, but we're going to like 86 in the checkpoint, so there's still quite a few laps to go. But for this track, that gap that he's got to work down is a pretty massive gap. That's going to be tough, so... Cat's just got to keep it clean, and I think he should have a pretty good shot at this one. And I think they should both have a pretty good shot at 1-2, because getting by Hunter seems to be quite the challenge for the rest of the pack. And look at this. It's creating this whole train behind them. Almost like a 3 wide there for a second with Luke, Slaunch, and Opix getting cheesed off the bogs and runs being made behind them. And Vulcan and Roman not that far behind. If this continues, they could get back into this. Like, this is crazy how much congestion this is causing with this pack. But the problem is, Hunter's running it so defensively that he's bogging every single time, and if you're running it behind him and you can't get a line on him, you're just running into that bog and losing time, so people with clean air behind them are just making up time every single run through the chicane, and it's kind of creating this cheesy train behind him for all these drivers trying to hunt down the podium spot. You can tell attempts are being made, but it is tough so far. Although we have seen, for lots of comments on this track being rough for passing, we have seen quite a few change-ups in position throughout this race so far. It is tough to pass on, but if you're not conking people into rocks, it is doable. Lamau. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Luke going for it on Detail. They're not going to happen. Hunter with the big bog. Detail. Oh, this is getting spicy. Detail with the run around the left. Luke with the run on the right, but I think backs out of it. Not looking to mess with that. Too close to the rocks, but that got super spicy. Can Detail hold on to it? He's got the 95. That's going to help him out. But goes a bit wide on the entrance. Can he get back to it in the chicane? And Hunter is not having it, right into the column for Detail. Oh, no, look at the congestion. This entire pack of 5 drivers now. Oh, no! All right, Vulcan, I'll give it to you. That was lag. That was lag. Oh. And Vulcan is lucky that this is Halo, because he has died now for the 3rd time this season. And we'll freeze the field and get the restart going. Yeah, Vulcan, the only driver to have died. And he has done it 3 times. But I'll give it to him. That was lag. We could tell in the theater. That was lag. That was not his fault. So Vulcan, you're valid. You're valid. That was unfortunate. I'll give that one to you. So there's no real way for me to do it. We're going to do a countdown to get this back going, and, you know, it's in the party during the race. So I'm just going to, like, sneakily fast forward here. We're going to sneakily fast forward. I'll give you some music. I took the walk. No, I'm kidding. Did it really take this long? Oh, we're back. To Poland. All right, we're in. We're in. Race has resumed. Going to, like, 86. I believe for everybody else, I think it'd be 87 for Cat, so still quite a few laps remaining, but definitely pretty close in the halfway point, or like past the halfway point, I'd say, about right now. Yeah, I think we're about, like, at it or a little bit past it at this moment in the race. So caution happening at an interesting time. Too bad that this track did not have actual caution restarts like we would have done in Adrenaline back in the day. Lamau. Opix going for a move for Roman. Let me know in the comments. I think this track, I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked. I honestly think this race could have benefited from it. Not gonna lie. I think it could have spiced it up. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's an interesting. It's an interesting difference in opinion because different communities, different thoughts on it for these types of races. But I don't know. Pretty much every actual racing series does do cautions on road courses, and I think there's ways you could do it where it's not the most unfair thing in the world. And it could also be like ovals too, where it doesn't have to be like, I mean, on this it could even be like not one driver dismount. It could be like a double crash required or something like that. I don't know. I think for certain series it could work. I think you should consider it.
Checkpoint reached.
Because I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's fine doing these races without cautions, but especially on Reach in particular, and with how cheesy a lot of the tracks are in this game and these GPs with like rock barriers and columns and like ways for you to like full flip crash, which we didn't have as much of with like GP stuff that we did in Halo 5. Like Halo 5, I feel like it wasn't as bad because there weren't as many ways to like freaking destroy your race by messing up something on the track or something like that. But these tracks have like a lot of traps for it, so it's like, I don't know, I almost feel like it'd kind of fit. Oh, that's a big mistake there for Slaunch. Got too aggressive that time. He's been flirting with it the entire race. Slammed the rock. Lost. Wow, Soul got a position back. Wow. He probably thought it was chalked, but he got Turkey. And now he got Slaunch. Like, it's kind of working out for him. Again, will probably be a mulligan. I think he's got Vulcan, too, with a death. So, yeah, Soul's actually made up multiple positions with how chalked his race looked in the beginning. So, good for him. The cheesening behind Hunter continues. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to hear thoughts on it. At least, like, for sure, I think in, like, go-kart, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe for, like, bigger crashes, but I don't know. I just don't really understand why, like, it's pretty accepted to have, like, cautions in road course racing, except for, like, in Halo, then everybody's like, nope, no cautions. It's like, why? I feel like there's ways you could do it where it could spice things up, but also be pretty fair. But I mean, that being said, it doesn't have to be for every series. You know, it could always be dependent. Could try it with it. Could try it without it. Could experiment. But I'm mostly saying that because this race in particular, I think everybody could agree, could have really benefited from it.
Checkpoint reached.
You're trying to find the opening on Hunter, but not able to get it here. Detail close behind. Cat working by lappers. Chilling. Trying to get himself on the Moto Win board. Locking in his spot to the grand finals. If he does... Nah, that's not a thing. But he will be able to race it. He's got a race in it, so he will be able to race it now if he wants to. So just saying that, you know, most popular driver. Just saying. Cheesening continues. Luke looking for the opening, has a nice entry into the first section. Could this be a moment to get by Hunter? Not quite, but there's the bog. And he's trying to take advantage of the momentum. And it's tough, and he's got a little bit of daylight. Now he's got a bit of a nose. And Detail is going to be like, all right, where the hell do I go now? Luke does lose out a bit on the exit, but again, I think Hunter just not hitting his 95 because it seems like everybody gains on him a bit at the end of the straightaway. Oh, the bog. Luke to the left, getting in front of Hunter, but not clear yet. We'll see how it goes. Detail close behind now. Roman's closed in. Go into the first turn, and Hunter sends him super wide. Detail just goes through and sends Luke into the rock as well. Solid racing right there out of the pack. Gotta admit, that was great racing right there. Hunter's gonna hold on to his top 5 spot. Detail move into the podium. And Roman will also enter the top 5. Opix and Soul, who were light years away, now right behind the top 3 pack.
Lap complete.
And we're getting pretty close to the end here. 83 for Cats, so not too many laps left. Not too many laps remaining here in our Lime Rock race. Looking like Detail should have that podium spot locked up. I believe we're going on the white flag here for Cats. Let's take a look at him, because I'm tired of watching the rest of this. There he goes. White flag. One more lap for Cat. He's worked his way by the lap drivers. There's Nuked. It's still a pretty decent gap, and he's still got 2 lappers in between him, so even if this was a longer race, it would have taken a lot of work.
Checkpoint reached.
Cat taking advantage of his starting position, getting passed by Hunter early, but giving him credit. Nobody else was really able to do it. Cat made a great pass back on him early on, gets the win because of it. Nuke taking second. Doot. And Detail will be taking third. Hunter 4th, Roman 5th, Luke 6th, Opix 7th, Soul 8th. Slaunch 9th in that one, and then so it'll be Vulcan ahead of Turkey there. It'll be Vulcan ahead of Turkey. 4, 10, 11. So top 3 will be Cat, Nuked, and Detail on the podium spot for this glorious Lime Rock GP, and we'll see you guys at the HRL Nationals.